Well, we firmly believe that the form line of this race could spark up beautifully, because the first 4 or 5, maybe even 6, and a few horses behind that finished in this race look to be top quality individuals, and take nothing away from the horse that's won here, Sovereign State. He too looks like a top quality individual. It's a very special moment actually, because Sid Mudley and his family, Mesha and Chevet, have been involved in horse racing for a very long time, and supported Frank Robinson in a big way. They've had a couple of places along the way, but this is their first winner as owners, and the joy and the celebration in the winner's box is quite infectious. We'll talk more to Frank about that in a moment. But Sifiso Jali is the groom of Sovereign State, and Sifiso Jali gets 2,000 Rand on behalf of Hollywoodbets and Gold Circle. Well done, Sifiso. Congratulations. Thank you. Frank, let's chat to Robert first, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Robert, these are very, very familiar, I say familiar colours. They're very lovely colours to look at. And you'll be the gentleman that's hung up on the wall in the Mudley household forever, because you've given them their first winner. And they love their horses, and you've done a good job here. Well done.
Thank you so much, Warren. It's just, funny enough, it's a long story, but I'll try and cut it short. I was working around the 10 one day, and Frank was coming to work his couple of babies, and he said to me, "Hey, don't you want to sit on the horse for me and just feel it and tell me what you think of the horse?" Funny enough, I came back, I said, "Geez, this will win for some art." and obviously Gallop, and he's a lovely horse, and then he said to me, "Hey, you're riding that horse that you Gallop about a month ago." I said, "Is it?" So I was also in a nervous moment. Just well done to Frank. Well done to Mr. Mudley and to his family. It's nice to ride a first winner for them, and just hopefully I can just ride many more for them.
Horse wasn't the best out the pens, but 300 odd out from home, you were also in a hopeless position. But my oh my, when you switched out and asked him to run, he did more than run. He took off.
Yes, they let him very early. He fell asleep, and I've ridden a lot of horses, but I've probably never ridden a horse that jumps so slow over 1,000 meters here and still win a race. This is just impressive win. Just well done to the whole team again.
Before you go, it's a long time because we've got to talk to the owners as well, but your next best?
I think it's just about it for today. Just the race is just, we're just hoping. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
There we go. And of course to Robert's sponsors as well. Well done to them. Frankie, we chatted to you. I think it was Raheel that chatted to you, and you said he hasn't lost a gallop, and it's obviously a competitive race. And looking at the finish and looking at the way the race changed complexion in the closing stages, there's some nice horses here, but yours could be the nicest.
Look, he's always showed me very, very good work, but you're working against your own horses, so you don't kind of compare them. Tony's also a lovely horse, Garth's a lovely horse, so it was a tough race, but I thought we'd run well. But funny enough, as the gates opened, he must have got left 5 lengths. And I thought, oh shit, now we're going to make it up from there. And he made up, and he won going where Naser. Going to be a top horse. Funny enough, we picked him out way before the sale, Sid and myself. I showed Sid in a picture, and I said, "Sid, this is one horse we're going to buy." And I saw Glenn Cotton at the sales. He said he liked him as well. I thought, oh shit, we're going to pay like 300 grand or something. He went for 80 grand. It was a pleasure.
Now, let's talk about Sid, Mesha and Chevet, the family, Sid's family. Sid Mudley supported you and supported the industry in a big way, and this is his first win. They're always at the track. They're always at Summerveld. This is what we need.
Yeah, Jesus, Sid has changed my life. I mean, he's bought me 30 horses in the last year, babies. This was the very first one to run. The rest, I gave him shares in those old horses just so he could have interest, but this is the first one to run, and there's a lot better than him, I think. So I'm happy for Sid. He's put his money down. He's changed my life, so well done to him.
Well done. I'm looking forward to this interview with Sid.
Thank you.
Sid, come through for the very first time, and hopefully the first time of many. And I know that the team don't want to talk, but they don't have to. But for photographic purposes, bring them in. Let them come and stand with you. Come and stand, Mesha. Come and stand with Sid. And you don't have to talk. We'll talk to Sid. But for photographic purposes, this is very special. Bring the young man too as well. Come and join into the interview. Now,
thanks for it.
What was going through your mind with 300 to go?
I didn't really think he even had a chance at 300 to go, but I know his work and back home, and we have a lot of faith in this horse, and he has an awesome finish.
Frank's been good to you, and you've been good to Frank.
Well, Frank is always good. Yeah, he's a very, very good trainer, and it's only my pleasure to also support him. He's also been a professional, in the game, and he does a lot with the horses. He puts in a lot of work, and also thank you to all the boys back home. And I know because I'm once a week there, and I know all the work that goes into the horses and getting them prepared for the race. And so I must say thank you to him. And I look forward to a lot more good fortune and success in the future.
Sid, it's just been an absolute pleasure. We'd love to talk all day, but maybe we'll get you onto our podcast one of the days, because you've seen us at the podcast at the Summerveld Clubhouse. We'd love to have you on it soon.
Yeah, it'll be a pleasure. I'll get Mesha to do that. She's in charge of that.
Well done to the whole family. Hearty congratulations. That's Sid Mudley, and of course Mesha and Chauvet. They're here. First time owners, first winner. Isn't it a beautiful thing?